Cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help us show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaeedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaeedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaeedz. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitt'n Pollaeedz.
Spitt'n Pollaeedz. Happy Spitt'n Pollaeedz Day. This is Spitt'n Pollaeedz. I am here, one of the hosts. I am Irvin E.P. Pope. This is Kevin, Big Kev. This is Canoon right here. And also we have Trevor over here. He's looking bewildered already.
Yeah,
we didn't even say a word.
Is he cloned? Hello. He looked like he kind of blanked out. Are you cloned, Trev, or is that the real Trev?
This is the real Trev.
Yeah,
it's
the
AI Trev. This is the real tire Trev.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it off with I'm just gonna start it off with the title, and then we can share it out. When is a woman too independent? That's what we're gonna talk about tonight. So if you're getting your popcorn or your libation, sit down and you might want to ponder on that a minute. So you will have.
You better get some Marcelino.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Like
that's what you better get.
Our sponsor of the evening is Asalio.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Grab
Saul Premium Tequila. Yeah, when is a woman too independent, or what makes a woman too independent?
Ooh,
yeah.
I would.
Before we even get into it, Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor, since you let's get that look off your face. How you doing, brother? How was your week?
Good. It was very busy. I feel like I'm moving a mile a minute. So
that's slow.
A mile a minute.
Yeah.
If you can run a mile a minute, then
that's
okay.
good.
A mile in 1 minute.
No, you said move out driving or something. I don't know. Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm just moving a mile a minute, man.
Okay,
things been very busy.
Okay,
but
it's a little bit
taking care of a lot of important business. But right now, I'm getting the chance to just stop and exhale a little bit.
Okay,
finally ate breakfast just a moment ago.
Oh wow!
And just been on the run since this morning.
That wasn't breakfast.
If it broke your fast, then it's,
yeah, you're right about
That's
that.
the only thing that broke his fast.
Yeah.
Canoe.
Yes, here I am once again in this lovely place that we call Spitt'n Pollaeedz, and it's a joy to be here, y'all. It is a joy to be here.
You're looking a bit Matt Dillon-ish.
You know, right? I tried to get my Wyatt Earp on today.
Okay.
I'm gonna be your Doc Holliday today.
Okay.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah. Okay.
If y'all scared of these women, I'll be your Huckleberry. I'll tell them the truth today.
You gonna tell the truth? I can't wait. You sound like you
might need another drink.
Yeah.
Anyway, my week has been fabulous because it just started out so good. But you know, I'm looking for better days. How about you, Kev?
Man, I'm looking for better days as well. This week, you know, it has its challenges, but I'm gonna keep pushing. EP, did you say how you was?
No, I can tell you though.
Okay,
I mean,
go ahead.
I've
like to know.
I'm reflecting and I'm blessed, man. I think the sun is finally coming out here in Southern California, and I'm kind of enjoying that. We're having some great events going on. It's a good time for the West Coast. I'm glad to be here with y'all. I'm busy. A lot of stuff on the docket for me, and I'm just looking forward to diving right in and making it happen.
Sound good.
Yeah. So let's get into the show. If there's no further ado.
And the phone lines are open.
They are open.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid to share, subscribe, like, comment. All right.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah. So what To you, Kanoom. Let's start with Kanoom.
All right,
What makes a woman too independent, or what is too independent for a woman?
Too independent. Well, you're gonna think I'm Canoe, but I think a woman is too independent.
You coin that phrase.
When she tries to usurp the authority of a man.
Usurp. Can you break that down? I'm not afraid to say I don't know what usurp is. I thought it was like with pancakes or something. I don't know.
When she tries to overthrow the authority of a man, I think she has become too independent. And I don't really blame her because society has set her up this way. You know, that strong, independent Black woman. And I think it's set her up for a fall because it doesn't work.
In your opinion, do we have this problem in other cultures? I don't think I've ever heard a strong independent.
No, we don't. And that's unfortunate.
No, we don't.
You know, like I'm saying, it's by design. It's designed for us to be apart. What better way to separate the Black man and the Black woman than to let the Black woman feel she's over the Black man? Yeah. And it puts a lot of weight on her shoulders. Yeah. She has to deal with a lot because becomes this superhero now.
And she can only do so much.
She can only do so much.
But a lot of them don't realize it.
And my love for the Black woman, I don't want her to be in her natural feminine place. Mm-hmm. I feel for a lot of them that accept this trope of the strong Black female, you know, independent, strong Black female, because we're in need of one another.
We are. I think that message needs to be
and
expressed a lot more often. That alone, we need each other.
Yeah,
it's not being spread. That message is not being, you know, perpetuated.
Because a lot of times it's a fight between the genders, and I'm like, that's not what we about. We're about uplifting, building the Black family, and the only way you could do that is we get on one accord. You know, you can't be stronger than me.
Yeah,
physically, mentally. I think some things men are designed to have broad shoulders
for a reason, right?
For a reason.
So what if the woman feels that the man isn't leading in certain areas and then she takes the reins?
I think she either needs another man, because no way she could respect him if he's not leading in a certain manner. If she has some criticisms, everybody know how to give constructive criticism. And I think once she gives it in a loving and caring and kind way, that can help you develop even more.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I do.
Kevin?
Well, I have seen some men that take the back seat because the woman is so strong. So, but it seemed like those type of women love and attract those type of men. I'm just not one of them.
What type of man is that?
As far as where the woman leads,
bruh.
You know, and I know several, and it's whatever worked for them, you know. But
yeah, that is a different life.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah, so, but it's not me.
That's what we call a simp.
I'm not talking about myself
or a beta male. Or a fuck boy.
Damn.
Yeah. Wow. So those of you who are at home, let me just say this right now. The phone number is scrolling at the very bottom of the screen. At any point, feel free to dive in and share your perspective on at any point during this broadcast. Mm-hmm. Trevor.
Yeah,
your thoughts on this, brother?
He almost fell out of his chair.
Yeah, he jumped. He scared me.
I think a woman becomes too independent when, one, she can do, and better yet, let me back up a little bit. when even he is depending on her, and she's confident in her independence. So, in my opinion, a woman becomes too independent for that relationship. So, whenever he starts to depend on her, that's when she has no choice but to be too independent, because she's now covering two.
But I'm depending on her to make dinner. I'm depending on that. Does that make her too independent?
So for those of you that wish to call in at any point, the number is scrolling. The number is scrolling.
Depending on her to make do certain things.
Well,
I would
just gender roles, and to be exact.
Kanum is gonna have a bedroom by the kitchen.
Yeah,
for the woman. That's it's
Hey,
almost every
So okay. So with that being said, what would she depend on her man for?
Well, whatever, gender roles, like a light bulb. I don't need her to be going in the rafters to change the light bulb. I don't need her taking out the trash, making sure that the lawn is manicured. She doesn't have to worry about none of that.
I think it would be difficult for a woman to become more or too independent if the male in the relationship is delegating responsibilities throughout the family. So once you start delegating responsibilities in the family, that's a good sign of a leader that is also, and if he is also willing to do almost everything that he also, or at least capable of doing everything that he delegated. Okay, yeah, I can cook, but okay, one of the kids or whoever else, I can mow the lawn. Okay, one of the boys, y'all going with me. I'm a mow the lawn. You gonna rake? Okay. Me and my daughter, I'll clean the toilet, but you got to mop. I mean, things like that. Once you're able to delegate the responsibilities as well as be able to do what you're requesting, that's a sign of a good leader. And I think indirectly, the wife or the female in the relationship, she's going to also view you as a good leader and be dependent on you more to delegate responsibilities.
In today's climate, do the vast majority even want to be shit where they share the responsibility? Because a lot of them are, I'm a boss, I don't need you. What can you tell me? I'll make my own money. I got this.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I think the man is not, like you said, a simp or whatever, and he is a leader. He won't tolerate that, right? Okay. So with a man that won't tolerate that, what'll end up happening is, I don't have to verbally, physically abuse you or anything else, but the absence of my presence will make you hurt yourself. Go be independent.
Is this Trevor? Is this Trevor?
Well, and he's not even Trevor. Reading his notes.
Trevor, is it you, buddy? We were worried about you were an AI earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Let me give you a few signs that a woman is too independent.
Okay, go ahead.
Few of them are lack of emotional availability.
Oh,
that's one. Another one is excessive self-reliance. Another one could be career over commitment. Another one can be indifferences to partnership. Want another one?
Give us another one.
Avoidance of compromise. The lack of compromise.
We parallel.
I definitely stand.
Let me give you one more. Let me give you one more. Overemphasize on personal space.
Yeah. We parallel, brother. I got some. I just similar.
Similar. So go ahead, please.
Go ahead, Trey. You was trying to say something, I'll jump right back in.
Those are some signs also as a man. If you're an alpha man, we're going to sit down, talk about this and communicate, right? So after we communicate where you stand, why this is going on, I think that he at that point also has to govern himself accordingly.
Of course.
Because there's some things that you as a man cannot tolerate or allow. And it's hard to correct something that you first allow. That's something that should be nipped in the bud. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, I think
pull her skirt a little bit.
Yeah.
Communication is, as you say, effective communication is always a great way to deal with it. To break it down even further, like the lack of emotional availability, a woman who prioritizes independence to the extent that she is emotionally unavailable or distant might seem a bit too independent. If she consistently avoids deep emotional connections or willingness to share feelings and experiences, that further goes into like what that looks like.
From my perspective, the more you increase the oneness between you and your mate, the more you be able to understand what they're going through and why they're going through. Because at some point, a person is going to be emotionally unavailable. At some point, someone is going to be distant. It's going to happen. But if you are on one accord with that woman, then you're going to understand her signs, her body language, her communication, her distance. You're going to realize that. And if you as the male is going to allow that or not address it, then it can also snowball and get bigger and or get worse.
I agree with that. But what does oneness look like? What does
Oneness
it look like?
Oneness, you want an example or?
No, I know the definition of oneness, but I'm just saying at any point, like in life, in life.
Okay. Oneness.
Hold on. Let me finish. In life, situations change. The dynamic change.
Yeah.
It changes. So you're not always going to be one.
So if you have effective communication, it enhances oneness because that's the glue that keeps you together. Then if you're intertwining each other's life with one another, you kind of almost know certain things. If you're speaking to each other throughout the day, or if you touch bases in the afternoon, what'll end up happening is if you tell each other a little bit of your day or whatever else, you can also, again, govern yourself accordingly. You got to be a chameleon playing chess in a relationship. I mean, you have to adjust to your environment in order to get to where you need to be. So now, if you know your woman is tired, or let's say your woman just flew into town, but she flew into town when she got off work, because of that effective communication, you probably should have dinner ready.
I had a hard day. I'm just not hungry. I just don't feel like talking.
Okay, cool. Don't talk to me. But your food is in the oven, and I'm gonna go watch the game.
I don't even like. What did you cook anyway?
Exactly what you wanted. Your favorite meal.
How do you even know what I wanted? I'm tired of that. That's the only thing you know how to cook.
That's your favorite meal. You don't have to eat it. You don't have to eat it, but it's in there for you. I did my job. Either you eat or your ass gonna starve. But your food is there.
Who is this?
You don't have to eat shit.
Who is this though?
This is not true.
Yeah, this is
somebody took Trevor. Somebody took Trevor.
You don't have to eat. Your food is in the oven and there's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the refrigerator.
Yeah, some frozen shit in there. Huh?
And if you don't want to talk to me, cool. Yeah. I'm on the porch. I'm
shit. I want quiet anyway.
If you want quiet, then cool. Shit. Hey, what y'all over there doing? I'm out. Right. You need some time to yourself? Cool.
Give it to you.
Somebody check the connection over there because he's going in and out. And
yeah.
But I mean,
yeah, no, shit. I feel you, Trev.
That's effective communication. Or you talk to your.
Only gave that example, Trevor, and not to even go against what you're saying is, but life.
I don't know what he was.
It sounds wonderful, but we know how life gets.
Yeah. And throw you a curveball.
You're tripping for nothing. What did I do?
And that's what they do. That's what they do.
You say you don't tolerate that as a man, so you let it go, and then the next couple of days something else comes up, and then the next couple of days something else. It's just me. It ain't you.
You can't.
And then after you build this, and you grow callous to this, and then there goes your cookie cutter, not no
your fairy tale relationship.
Exactly. To where you effective communication and you just do this, and all you have to do is express this, and then everything will be great.
Okay, so as a genuine leader of a relationship, as a man, you mean you gonna let somebody do something like that continuously? You gonna let that fester?
No.
So at what point?
What I'm saying is you're correct. However, it foregoes your fairy tale answers. No disrespect.
But why does it have to be a fairy tale answer if you're going to effectively communicate and you want to continue to promote the oneness in your relationship as a leader?
Only lasts so long.
As a leader,
Who says you're the leader? Who says you lead me?
In certain situations, you have to be the leader because you're covering her.
Who gave you that?
God did. God made us first. We come first.
Trust me, I'm with you. However,
She don't want to hear that.
Are you gonna forfeit that as a man?
I'm not.
No.
No, but I'm not.
Then
I'm
that's
not. But,
something we need to worry about.
no, but I'm not on the show every week preaching. Just all you have to do is have communication.
No, it's not.
And then yes,
It's not a matter of all you have to do. Effective communication should be a labor of love. It should be a job, a joy, not a job.
Fella,
so if you're not going to do
show
it,
of hands, how many times you think Trevor he fixes every problem with all you have to do is communicate?
I don't say all you have to do. I said a part of it is effective
No, I said I'm
communication.
asking for a show of hands.
Raise your hand, Trevor.
If you're in the audience, please do raise your hand, raise the mic. Please call in. I'm a firm believer in effective. I'm a firm believer in effective communication.
Yes, you are.
I am a firm believer in effective communication.
Effective communication takes two.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let
it
your
does.
ass not talk to me. See what up.
That's communication.
But I mean, we're not disagreeing with you for as
At all.
if you a man, of course you're not gonna allow that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if that's the
If you're
if
a
that's
leader,
how
I say
you-
leader. I can't say a man. I say a leader. But go
Okay.
ahead.
Oh, we can say man.
no,
I
let's
feel
say
you, I
no,
feel you.
yeah, thank you, yeah, because like we're man, not a male, a man, because there is a difference. But if it's to that point to where you already then landed, you didn't threw your damn suitcase and I'm trying to communicate or make it where you good. Fuck it, how can you turn and take your ass back to the airport?
If you're making it difficult, if a woman is making it difficult for a man to do what he needs to do and has to do, obviously the independence is she don't feel like she needs your covering.
Let me ask you this.
If she feel like she don't need your covering no more, then dog, it's pretty much she's halfway checked out already.
Yeah.
If a woman does not feel as if she needs your covering and does not give you the respect that you require, okay, see you.
Oh yeah,
Be blessed.
Or not.
Be blessed.
I'm good at
Be
goodbye.
blessed. If you don't-
Yeah.
if my covering ain't good enough, I mean, it's been a time. It's a speed. Me and Monica had a speed bump with that.
Right.
It was some stuff that had happened, and it was three of them and just me. And she was, kind of, she felt kind of like, oh, Trevor.
You hear that?
And
you hear that? That's hot air.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's hot. That's
Yeah.
hot air. You're blowing, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna hold that sacred between me and Monica. And I'm leaving it at that then.
Yeah.
How did you get past?
No, go ahead.
How did you get past?
Why? It's hot air. You hear that?
No, I didn't. But
You hear that?
Yeah, how did the hot air leave?
share. Come on.
Talk
Somebody
to
in
the
the
engineer.
audience,
Talk to the engineer.
Trev. Somebody may
For those of
need
you
to hear
that
that
are-
story.
Yeah.
For
how
those
did-
of you
Trevor,
that
don't treat our family like that, man.
please do call in. For those of you that are
somebody
interested,
may
we
need
would
to
love
hear that, brother.
Two independent
I'm
of a
trying to
woman.
see how the effective communication fixed that problem.
She was kind of scared. It was my daughter and her friend. These three guys tried to talk to my daughter and her friend. He was kind of, he grabbed her friend and wanted to talk to her. So I, talked to all three of them, and it just so happened that two of them knew me. And Monica felt a little nervous, like, man, you can't be doing stuff like that. You got to think about us. You got to think about the family, blah, blah, blah. And I said, listen, you do not have the right nor the say so as to how I cover y'all. That's not your place. She just left it alone. You don't get to say how I cover you. You don't get to say how I protect you. In that moment when I have to do what I must do, I'm doing it. You don't have a vote. Monica.
He was looking at me like, what are you talking about?
Fire the engineer. But we picked up from where we left off, and it was
I
just.
agree to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But it may not work for me and you.
No,
We're not in a
No.
relationship.
Listen, because sometimes you can overreact, and your woman be like, "Hey, there's an opposite way."
Shoot.
I don't know. So let me not.
Yeah, we
get
wasn't
into that
there,
here.
but at the same time, too.
We know you, but we just know you tend to overreact
Right.
sometimes. So
But well,
If I go in, it's a problem.
I get it.
3 of them. I mean, what am I going?
No, I get it, but at the same time, coming from her, that's what she was looking at. It's 3 of them, and it's one of you.
It's one of you.
And you don't. And I mean, these dudes nowadays, bro. It seems like everybody is carrying a gun or whatever. And trust me, I get it, because that'll be our natural reflex. When we seeing either our woman or our children in that type of situation. I mean, come on. I'm with you. I have done it.
I don't know if you guys understood the 3 F's, but I've said it before. Since we taking votes, what I've said before.
Well,
This is only
But it's the 3 F's.
But she's trying to avoid a 4F, the 4th F, which is a funeral.
Right. Bury your way.
But like I said before, every man or
no man,
whatever you guys want to call it, if he don't stand on the 3 F's, from, like I said, from a judge to a jackass, cop to a crip, if you have these 3 F's, no matter what, almost instantaneously, almost without, he would end up. But again, he already accepted jail or hell.
Let me tell you this.
He already accepted jail or hell.
Let me give you a quick example.
Dog, game over.
Let me give you a quick.
Touch my woman.
No, listen. Let me give you a quick example. So I could be driving in the car, somebody cut me off, and I'm like, "What you?" And then my woman could, hey, it ain't even worth it. This and this. So there's a way that's in some instances where she's right, and I'm just built off of emotion, and I'm not considering them and their safety, because the way I feel like I'm protecting them, I'm really putting them more in harm.
So
that's a great example. That's a good example.
What does that have to do with your freedom, your finances, or your family? If you bump into my car accident, okay, yeah, but you directly putting your hands on.
No, I gave you an example.
We get it.
So we get it.
See what I mean? See what I mean by the over example? See what I mean? It's not at all. Everybody else here got it.
Y'all got it. That ain't got nothing to do with my family.
It's not everything is not about
freedom,
you
finances, or family. I said freedom, finances, or family. Fuck me. I choose to be happy.
Family,
I don't have to argue, fuss, and fight. I choose to be happy. That scenario is kind of weak. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think that scenario is kind of weak also, please do call the phone or rest of bring along the bottom of your screen.
It's just nowadays, bro, we I get it. Like I said, you seen that at that moment, you felt that you had to do what you had to do, but at the same time, bro, we also gotta kind of stop and think and analyze the situation. How am I going to approach this? And now, trust me, it's different.
You just went off and didn't even rationalize with what we were trying to say.
Yeah, he's emotional.
You're emotional. Yeah.
And that's what a lot of guys. That's what a lot of guys these days operate out of emotions.
It's 3 of y'all.
It's my family. Do you know about Monica? It's Monica. Monica. Don't touch her.
What?
Don't touch her.
You can touch my woman.
So wait a minute, ladies.
Monica.
That's the exact same reason why a lot of women are independent, because they don't feel that they're gonna be protected.
No, I think that's.
I think I know,
because a lot of these women feel that they can whip a man's ass.
If she feel like he gonna put your man gonna put everything on the line to protect you, and you're a solid woman, if you're a wifely spirit, if you're a woman that also is depending upon her man, and her man just say, hold on, nah, I got your back. One of the most essential things that women need is the feeling and the sense of security.
But what about that?
That's why they go to them.
What about that woman?
You can do it without.
What about
being
that?
Enraged.
And I've been in that situation.
I wasn't enraged. I just checked them. Like, hey, excuse me,
sound
man.
like you were.
Yeah,
I wasn't enraged. I wasn't enraged. Like, one of them was my homeboy's brother-in-law. Another dude from a while ago.
Okay,
and I'm like, hey, man, look.
Details or something else.
I'm telling you,
because some of them same women, man, can heighten the situation on their own.
Yeah, now, what if you have the woman that said, "Yeah, get him"?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want that,
right?
And you feel like you're protecting your family.
And it'll go back to the oneness. If I'm going to protect some loudmouth broad that's going to put me in a situation like that, I wouldn't do that.
You're already acting in that. You're already acting
this
in
is my daughter, right? and I'm seeing my daughter not.
You don't have the.
I'm,
You don't
I'm
have the
seeing
ability
my
to
daughter not do that.
compartmentalize.
But I'm
Okay.
telling you, you're giving me a scenario,
You're
and
right.
I'm giving you the fact. My daughter wasn't in this nigga face. Her friend wasn't all running up on him. I'm telling you,
I'm agreeing with you. You're right.
It wasn't
You're
like
right.
that. But
He's
why
right.
are you
Tell him
putting
he's
me
right.
in another
You're
scenario?
Right. You're right.
Keith,
No, we get it.
can we
Trev.
go to the clip because
We never
Trevor
said
gets
we-
stuck in situations.
Man,
We want to
and
move on.
They need to bang on
the
us.
aesthetics of what a man is, but they actually don't want a man because they don't want to be submissive. And I know that's a word thrown out there. Women get scared of that.
Explain what you mean by submissive.
Submissive as in respect. Being the peace, the calm, always. Right? So if a lion is roaring, you have to learn how to quiet. You know? So it's just like women don't want to be submissive. Women don't want to be corrected. We're the only nation of women that say they don't need a man, and you have all these other nations. Those women aren't saying that because they know the greatness and the importance of a man being around, not just financially, but for beyond that. It's beyond finances. It's for the structure. It's for the balance.
Yeah, and
Man.
that's
Dead on.
why we need one another.
Right.
And the independence, the era of the strong, independent woman must die, and it must die because this guy looks at me,
Man, I
He
see
said
that. Man.
the era of
The era, Trev.
because
Hostile
we
tonight, brother.
there's no way that she needs to be strong and she needs her man to do that. She needs her man to, like Trevor, protect her.
Yes.
You know, she needs that.
I think Trev got his shirt tucked
So
in
we
too
need to
far.
we need to be interdependent of one another.
Yeah, definitely.
And instead of independent of one another.
Definitely.
You can't build family with that independent mind state.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's a Eurocentric kind of ideology, really. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah.
Takasha?
Yeah.
You read it because you want to.
I don't know.
You pointing at it all hard.
No, go ahead, Trevor.
I want to put a man in the position to where it's do or die. Life's too precious and too short.
And there's no coming back.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that.
So if you have a woman that's a lady, whatever, and there's some threat to her, how would you guys react?
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you.
It all depends on the
right.
scenario.
It depends on the situation. Look, check this out. And this was a long time ago, right?
Wouldn't she be depending on you to, or
of course?
Why-
But look,
why can't
I'm finna
she
tell
get
you
off that point.
real quick.
Protection is retreating sometimes.
Real quick, right? This was after Boys in the Hood. Chris Tucker and all of them had a comedy show, right? So, she went to the restroom, right? So a few minutes later, I get up and I go to the get ready to go to the restroom. But then I see her standing there with a few other girls that she know, but she got a frown on her face. And I walk up to her. I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? She was like, he touched me. I was like, who? Should. So now it's 50 or more of them in this situation.
No, but you know what you got to do because he touched her.
He touched her on her arm. Hey, lady, how you know? 50 or more.
But in the who is she, your woman?
Yeah.
So you know what you have to do in the book of Trevor.
So in that situation,
that's one of the F's.
It's like, do I take this beat down, stomped, probably drugged? And at that time, we didn't have social media. But what do I do as a man? Do I allow that to go? Do I approach him?
Oh, that's a scenario for you.
You know, what do I do in that situation? You know, and so I had to think, like, and I mean, they all around. and
just to where the look on your face could have been enough
right.
to get it,
exactly.
to get it cracked.
Yeah.
So
and it was just me and one of my homies. It was just us two and our women, our ladies.
So what did you do?
She had to take that touch because my touch would have been totally different.
Yeah.
I probably would have got a couple in, but that's it. That was it.
Yeah, you would have got a thrashing.
Man.
If he would have still been here.
You're right.
Yeah.
That
part.
At that point, and then she had to understand. I mean,
you can't let your ego get in the way.
Not at all.
And you did the right thing.
And I don't claim to be a bad
was Trevor,
dude.
we probably wouldn't be looking at him right now. So that was Trevor.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm glad it was you and not Trevor. Thank God.
Yeah. Glad it wasn't an F.
Man. I would have been, what's that? Which way is up? Rich Pryor flat as Dale beer.
Yeah.
Had a flat casket and everything.
Yeah.
He's so, yeah.
Did you learn anything, Trevor? Do you agree with that or no? How would you have handled that? Let's ask that.
Thank you, Kevin. Again, it's not cookie cutter. So in your situation, you were right. That's it. In that situation, you handled it correctly.
Wow. No, you admit it. Like, wow. Yeah, this is a different.
I think it's the new
I told
battery.
you it's a short over there. It goes in. And
it was.
It goes in and out.
And Keith just had to change his battery. I think it's the battery.
Okay, Canoe, what's the situation that you've gone through in a relationship to where the woman was too independent?
Ooh, which one? Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Pick one. I know it's a plethora.
I think it happened when, like, she felt like she could control my steps, and that's where she actually called me hard-headed because I wouldn't listen to her. I was like, "Hey, I'm not one of your children." And I
know it was
and I'm
over
not one
before
of
she
your-
called you that. It was a rap, right?
Yeah, it was Chipotle.
Yeah. I think I've been called
What is
bald-headed
it?
too.
When she did that, I was like, really? She was like, really?
Off with your head.
She just 40.
Yeah, exactly. Sound the alarm.
Lord. And I give everybody a little grace. And I gave her some. But in the end, it didn't work out well.
I don't know why every time you say a statement, it sounds like you should have a Versace robe on.
Yeah, I should. But I just think women need to learn how to speak to men. And that's what is not taught in our culture. They're not taught how to cater to men, how to speak to men, how to get all you need out of him. Like, there is no more. Hold on, Trevor. There is no more like my grandmother used to say, a woman has to learn how to use her womanly wiles. You get more with honey than vinegar. You got to learn that. And a lot of them have such a vicious tongue that it cuts so deep that they don't even understand it.
Man.
And they have to really, everybody else talks to their men with so much respect and grace, and you give them everything.
Humility.
But a lot of the black women, not so much.
Not so much.
Okay, well, first off, society as a whole puts black men and push black men down. Society as a whole has designed and has had from school to prison pipeline. Society has also formulated a plan to where the quote unquote assistance that they give us, if the black man is in the house, she doesn't get any assistance. We are the redlining, the Jim Crow laws, everything was designed to push men down. So now, how are women going to view us if financially and legally they can't be tied to us, and they're already putting us in a struggling situation? We've been put on survival mode every time we've succeeded. So now, okay, a woman can't just any man give her womanly wiles, and any woman does not need to know how to talk to a man, because every man is not a soldier. Every man is not a leader. Every man is not a director. Every man is not. So just don't. If you giving all honor, due, and respect to some flea bitten ass dude, her bad. It has to be a man that has earned the equity to deserve to be spoken to.
You're saying a woman should only be a woman in front of the right man.
Man, no. I'm not saying that. You're putting words in my mouth. What I'm saying is she has to understand who to.
Look at him getting emotional. Go ahead.
You can call it what you want, but a woman has to know who. She can't just be bowing down to a man because he's
nobody said that.
A man. So a woman needs to know and understand how to use her discernment to choose a correct man that deserves to be.
But
a lot of them don't.
Just a certain way.
But I'm saying
her within and who she is and how she is it should be a woman. It should be a woman of grace, a woman of virtue. But at the same token, we can't expect what society has done to us to expect all our women to be a certain way, just like we can't expect all of us men to be a certain way. This whole thing is not cookie cutter. But we have to choose for ourselves who would be best for us.
I think every black man deserves respect. Start with respect and how you talk to him. I'm not asking you to be in a relationship with him, but if it starts with respect and not disrespect, of course you apply more to somebody else that's a suitor or that you're dating, of course.
So,
but as a whole, when you give the power to a woman to pick who she's gonna be cordial to or nice to or show respect to, you're still doing that race a disservice.
She's not doing it for. I'm saying it. Don't do it for no man. Do it because that's how you are. Because that's how you are built. Because that's how you are wired. Every man. I don't think every man deserves respect. I don't think every man supposed to be bowed down to because he's a male. I think that we have gone through a whole hell of a lot. But just at random, pick every man willy-nilly. No, it has to be who you are. You respect yourself. You know how and who and how you're wired, what you come from, and your base and your foundation. And then now you're functioning from within, and it comes out.
So the opposite of respect is disrespect,
she's naturally,
right?
But she's naturally, if she's wired that way, she's naturally going to be a respectful person.
But the opposite of respect is disrespect, right?
Okay.
So a woman who doesn't feel you're deemed respect to give you respect can disrespect you because she don't even know you.
She don't have to be disrespectful. She does not.
But if she's not showing you respect, what is she showing you?
She doesn't have to deal with you or talk to you or whatever else. Is this someone that you want to deal with?
In society, she deals with you.
Okay.
In society, she passes you along the street.
Okay.
Society, she's in a grocery store with you. You don't want to be respected as a black man that's just raised, bro.
We all need to respect each other and ourselves, period. A general level of respect.
But you said earlier, so I don't put words into your mouth, that because I said that a woman should use her womanly wiles, that she doesn't need to do that with every man. She has a level of discernment. She should be a woman no matter what man is in front of her.
I agree.
Because that, even in business, that attitude could get you a whole lot of altitude. But everybody, a lot of women, you know it, their tongue is vicious.
I agree.
So I'm saying we are not taught how to deal with men or deal with society. So that's why black women have this thing, the angry black woman. We to get rid of all of that, we have to veer on the other side. How to be kind, pleasant, without just going off on somebody that may not even know why you're going off on them. I'm just saying, as humans, we need to learn how to interact with one another.
Period.
These interpersonal skills are very important in every facet of your life, even with a mate. So
yeah, Takasha says, EP, it has to be given to be received. Respect. If he comes across as disrespect, if it comes across with disrespect, why should it be given? I'm not saying, we're not saying that
Right.
at all.
And as a woman, you got to know there's certain way men do this. You got to be more respectful of this man just for a survival tactic.
So now, just so she got a mind read and be able to know that, oh, this is going to be a cool guy. When oftentimes we as men, each other, we don't respect each other. We don't say good morning, good evening, good afternoon to each other. We don't shake each other's hand. We don't embrace each other. And then we even ourselves fighting each other.
So add that to it. So add that to the list.
Okay,
things are correct.
Okay, so now, and again, this is not cookie cutter.
Let me ask you a quick question,
cookie
Trev,
cutter.
and answer it in short, please. What is your definition of a man?
What's my definition of a man?
Of a man,
In short.
No, but
because the thing, no, because reason why I asked, because like I said earlier, you have men and you have males, and a lot of these women have dealt with a lot of males and being mistreated or being cheated on or however, or being if you a man, you're not gonna put your hands on a woman. You're gonna try. You're going to try to treat that woman with the utmost respect, right? You already said you try to protect them, right? Okay, I don't see males doing all of that. That's the difference. So if I get with a woman that have been with males, and I'm the first man that she's with, I'm not going for the same shit how you treat it or how you talk to with males. I didn't do that to you, baby.
So how can you come in if she so used to bullshit, know how to treat good shit? Come on, man.
Well, we say it all the time. We okay then. Well, then it's time for her to get unwired.
Let me tell you this. Throughout my day, every day, I'm trying to treat everybody with respect. If I'm not saying, okay, I don't really like the way she look, I'm not gonna respect her.
Yeah.
If she walks across, if it's a woman and I can hold the door for her, she gonna get that automatically until it's taken away.
Right.
I'm gonna respect that. So if we as a black race are given that latitude of, okay, turn it on, turn it off, bro, we really need to leave it on all the time because we're behind the gun automatically because we're already putting each other down.
Right.
So why not lead with love and respect?
Right.
And then you find out, okay, you don't really deserve respect.
Exactly.
I'm going to withdraw this.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give this to you because you showed me that this. It doesn't even mean that, of course, when you're in a relationship, you give that person more.
Mm-hmm.
But as a whole, bro, if we're not even teaching to just love genuinely,
I'm not saying that we're not.
I'm not saying, but you're saying that,
but I'm agreeing with you.
She shouldn't give everybody respect. You started with that.
Okay, but but now y'all doing some others.
No,
every man. Hold on, wait. So I won't put no words in your mouth. You said a woman needs to know how to talk to a man, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean by that? Before we go into any clarity, what do you mean by that? And are you talking about in a relationship? Are you talking about in general or a blanket statement? What do you mean by that?
Just period. She needs to learn. She needs to know how to talk to a man, which is not taught.
Okay, so you're just talking about in general.
He doesn't mean bow her head and
the flow.
I'm asking him, you talking about in general, a woman needs to know how to address every single man.
You said every single man. There's crazy people out there. You can't talk to them. You know what I mean? But you can.
Yes or no?
You
give me the short answer, please.
Every man.
So a woman needs to know how to talk to every man.
Everybody is different. You want me to say yeah? Go ahead. Say yeah.
So when I said that it was different, what makes his saying is different valid from me saying it's different?
So you get
y'all
caught
get
up in the
excuse me. We have a call. Don't pull it back a little bit. Don't show out in front of company.
Yeah. Thank you
Caller.
for calling. What's your name? I was gonna say, who's your
Wow.
This dude got me Trevor. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it, Trevor.
It's okay to be emotional. Don't let them bother you. Anyway, it's Takasha, and I'm going to give you a quick scenario. This actually happened to me. So there was a young man who approached me, but his approach was completely off. Not the way that I'm used to being approached. And no, I didn't get belligerent or disrespectful with him, but by me not jumping at his request, he began to be extremely disrespectful. And I just pretty much shift the spot because I don't entertain that kind of foolery.
Right.
First and foremost, you're not my type. And the way you're approaching me is not something that I entertain. So his end response was, oh, you're one of those women. I probably am. I'm probably one of those women that you're not on that playing field with.
So at that point, you
probably never be on that.
yeah. So at that point, you knew what
What
bucket
you
to put him in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you left.
Yeah.
You left.
So I
She
get
removed
it.
herself.
We're saying innately give respect. And I get what Kanun was saying when he said learn how to talk to men, period, because like the we aren't valued anywhere. So if we're taught to value us as just mankind, especially as a black man,
Yeah.
what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being taught to respect black men? And as we're taught to respect black women.
Yes, we're taught that.
We're taught that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not.
No,
taught
I'm not
in
saying
reverse.
some. You can't. This isn't an isolated thing. So we're gonna deal with the majority.
Right.
Of course, there's an exception to every rule.
Right.
But as a whole, we aren't. Don't ever hit a woman. Every man knows that. But there's some instances where that you have to protect yourself.
Right.
But from the rip, we're taught to treat women special, to open a door for a woman, to be a provider. We're taught many different things about women.
But
What are
they
you taught about men? He's not wrong for feeling that men need to be respected, or at least brought up in the conversation to where respect is to where a black man is valued.
Right.
And that's all we want.
That's all he was saying.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Because I think a lot of people miss out because of those reasons. That could have been the same one, just like she said, what she went through.
Yeah.
And then it could have been a real man to approach her and she not even give him the time of
But
day.
Takasha, look at this. We're taught that innately, right? To treat women a certain way. But there are women that aren't worthy of how we treat other women. But still, we don't throw it away and treat every woman based off of the bad experience we had with women.
Yeah.
We just know that we'll put her over here. We know how to compartmentalize certain things. But by no means do we say, okay, I'm gonna treat every woman like a bee.
Which you do have those males out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Takasha hung up.
Okay.
She's not on the line anymore.
It's definitely in the culture also. You have this pimping. You have this the music. We constantly. I haven't heard a Spanish song or an Indian song or any other.
When the last time you listened to
I'm Belizean, and I do listen to different genres.
Okay, we got to call her.
When the last time you listened to an Indian station?
Right. Okay, caller.
When the last time you listened to an Indian station? There.
Caller.
This is Spencer in the house.
What up, Spence?
Spencer in the house. What up, Spence?
I got a comment on what is too independent, in my opinion.
Let's go.
So what is too independent, in my opinion, is A, when you're removed from people, when you're afraid to ask for help, or when you're too proud or too insecure to ask for help on something that you might need guidance or more experience on.
Got it. Got you, brother. I appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Let me ask you something. What do you think is too independent?
Myself? When somebody feels that they're too good or they're. So I broke down several in the beginning. When somebody feels like they're too important to compromise with you, that's one. Lack of compromising.
Yeah.
Like a lack of understanding.
Lack of understanding
for each other.
Exactly. Lack of respect.
I wanted
Yeah,
to.
All right.
I just tuned in, but I'm gonna watch the rerun after the show.
Man, we
So
appreciate you, Spence. Man, we miss you too. We'll check you out next week, buddy.
Yeah. I wanted to read that.
I'll be calling in next week. I just sometimes get busy working.
No worries. We
My
appreciate
man.
you, brother.
Okay.
Continue to watch the show. Yeah, I want to read this. Denitha Willis.
Hey, have a good night.
You
Oh,
too,
you too.
Spence.
Denitha Willis. No, I don't know who Denitha is.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, but she should call in because she said men need some teaching as well. A lot of men are not teaching their young men respect. And Denitha, you wanna address this?
My thing is, there's still that difference. We have to understand the difference between a man, and maybe it's just me, and maybe that's why it's hard to understand. I separate a man from a male. Ever since my sons and I was little, I taught the same thing we said: always respect female, or even in school, don't hit her. I raised them that way, just like I raised them. Oh, when you see a woman heading for the door, open it for her. I can't tell you how many times that strangers have said to me, "You have some well-mannered boys."
Yeah, and you do.
Yeah.
But I want to answer Denitha's
go ahead.
thing in another way. I don't know Denitha if she has children and everything, but the majority of males that are being out here now are raised by women.
There you go.
So how can you even blame a lot of the men for not teaching the boys to be men if the vast majority of men that are out there are raised by women?
Well, maybe she's talking about the absence, man. If they're absent, there's no way they can teach them. But
still,
to your point,
whoever
it's dead on.
It's
dead on.
They're raising the
Right.
men.
And it's terrible.
I think you gave some good examples of etiquette. I don't think those are definition of a man. I think if we have definitions of a man, it's like, okay, we can express some of the things that they do, the way that they walk and talk.
You know them.
But
what is your opinion?
No, what's your definition of a man? though? You said the definite. Give me your short version of a man. Right?
That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Okay, so but as
we on the real
show,
spit portion of this
as
show
it pertains to the show. Yeah, I'm not going back to that. I'm going back to the examples.
We're on the real spit portion.
As well as,
are you gonna give us the real spit portion, or are you stuck in the past?
Like I said, all you all know them. So whether you feel that is etiquette, whether you feel, even matter of fact, that you know me and who I am now.
Why don't we start with respect for both? Okay, we already broke it down. Men need to be taught respect and we taught honor. We also have a lot of laws that will discipline us as men if we lack some of these traits.
Right.
Love as a whole should be taught. Respect as a whole should be taught. Value should be whole as a taught. Should be as a whole, especially in the Black community. Let's focus more on it being universal that we respect and we love.
Both
Give
ways.
everybody love.
Absolutely.
Of course. We have daughters, bro. We're not telling them to be a doormat or to accept anything. But if you lead with respect, you often will not get certain treatment because they understand that you're not of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm taking the real spit.
That was it. That was the real spit.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like let's lead with love and respect.
Period.
Yeah.
Especially like I really rock with the comment that Kanoom said. Like men need to be valued. We're not valued nowhere. Mm-hmm. Even when we bring it up on the show, we're catching it.
Yeah.
By just saying you need to learn how to talk to a Black man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're not even seen. We're not even valued. First thing he said, men aren't taught that. That's the first thing that he's combated with. Come on, man.
We
Come on, give respect.
Man.
Give respect. If
black,
somebody
and
shows that they don't deserve it, of course, would retreat.
it's the hardest
Withdraw
job.
that.
It's the hardest job in the world is being a black man.
Yeah.
Period.
And we need our greatest cheerleaders.
And if we're not
women.
teaching it,
Fine.
then pull it to the side. If somebody
Right.
else needs to be taught
Yeah.
respect, if we can help the young, that's why we're here. Send them to us.
Not
We'll
too
talk.
many.
I'm just saying.
At one
As a
time.
whole, look at the show.
That was real
We'll
talk.
do a
Yeah.
show on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
We'll do a show on it.
Yes.
Tell us where we're lacking, women. That ain't our goal. We're not here.
talk
We're not
to
here
us,
to
not
just
at us.
living
Yes.
to be
exactly.
to be wrong.
And that's the main point.
Yeah.
You know, talk to us, not at us. Just that simple thing. We know how to respond when it's come at us right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
When it come at us wrong, crazy, I'm gonna look at you crazy.
Right. You're gonna get it in return.
Go ahead, Trev. I'm sorry.
No, I'm listening. That was a real spit. That was the show.
So that was a real spit portion of the show tonight.
Yeah.
We hope that you've got something out of the show. We ask that you like, share, or subscribe. Join us here next week on Spitt'n Pollaeedz Day, which is traditionally known as Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
Don't be late next week. Join us here.
Thank you.
Sponsor Asilio.
Have a good week.
Shout out Saul with Asilio. Yeah. Listen. I see some